It's another day of another round of high cases of coronavirus. Never seems to stop. So many people may be focused about Joe Biden. I'm focusing on something that's more dangerous. Coronavirus. So coronavirus cases have increased again. So it goes sort of like a roller coaster. It goes up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. With the cases though, sometimes some days it's lower, some days it's higher. We're back in the 2000s with 2,655 new coronavirus cases in Ontario today. And bad news for Toronto. Yeah, Toronto is at 925 high cases right now. 473 from Peel Region, 226 from the York Region, 179 from the Windsor-Essex Region, and 129 from Niagara Region. So Niagara Region has been on the coronavirus hot list for quite a while right now, for the last few days. So that literally includes areas from stretching all the way from Welland to Fort Erie to Niagara on the Lake to Niagara Falls. And even St. Catharines. So that place, yeah. So, and if you didn't hear, Go Transit is not running their seasonal Go Transit train from going from a Union Station to Niagara Falls via Amtrak station. So yeah. No trains until further notice. For more information, you can go to gotransit.ca. As if things haven't gotten even worse, 89 deaths have been reported today. However, what I want to talk about today is the Moderna vaccine because, we know the Pfizer companies are delaying their vaccine rollout until starting tomorrow, actually. And however, the problem is there have been some problems with the Moderna vaccine that has been revealed, and Moderna Incorporated said on Tuesday it has received a report from California's head health department that several places and people at center in San Diego were treated for possible allergic reactions to its coronavirus, the vaccine from a particular batch. So the health department then So it's not just the Pfizer vaccine that also have an allergic reaction, the ingredients that may have allergic reactions, or yeah. So California's top epidemiologist, said sta- stated recommending providers pause vaccination from lot number 41 L20A due to possible allergic reactions that are under investigation. So they have like a few batches that are still remaining, and so people need to know ahead that the Moderna some ingredients in the Moderna vaccine can cause co- possible allergic reactions. Because we've seen this with the Pfizer vaccine, BioNTech vaccine. We have seen it in the Moderna vaccine by Moderna Incorporated. So we haven't heard from Johnson & Johnson if they're making a vaccine, but let's just hope they just make a vaccine that we don't have that doesn't have an issue to deal with, because although I have a feeling, yeah, there's going to be some allergic ingredients that could cause allergic reactions for the So, so if you're going to be getting vaccinated with the Moderna vaccine, please be careful. So police are still going to looking out for people who are having large gatherings and issue tickets to those who are having large gatherings when you should not be. Because since the large gatherings are one major cause that contributes to coronavirus cases every day, alongside people choosing not to follow coronavirus safety rules. So stay-at-homes are regulation are in effect. So coronavirus rules and regulations apply to all. So there's a whole bunch of the stuff that you can do. This includes shopping, so work, school, banking, medical and business appointments, childcare services, access to governmental and social services, deliveries of goods, caregiving. Although, make sure the number's under 5, because if you can't, there can be no more than 5 people in So you can take a child to your parent or guardian, help someone who's expecting domestic violence, unsafe conditions, or in need of emergency assistance. You can go out for an exercise. You can walk your dog, however, must be leashed. I've had to argue with several dog owners who chose not to follow the rules, and and also skating. Yeah, skating's another one that's you'll have to wear a mask, and however, some towns and cities do not allow skating, while some do. So that's you will probably have to check. But that does not mean you have the right to go to another town or city Because, yeah, you can make things worse for them. So, yeah. You can go to a place related to the administration of justice, like courts. Exercise the Section 35 indigenous or treaty right. Travel, go to an airport or a transit station for essential travel. Must be essential travel. If not, you'll be named and shamed. You can visit a household of a person living alone, not a person living with others. So you can't visit a person where the people who are like more than two or more people are like living in a household. You can't visit them. So, however, if you are a person living alone, you can visit one household. That's different. You can buy and obtain animal food. You can go for veterinarian and services and assistance and travel for exam purposes. And moving or making arrangements to buy or sell property, or begin or end a lease. However, there are fines for individuals who don't wear a mask or face covering in businesses and other public spaces, even outdoors and crowded spaces. So yes, you have to. I know some of y'all still trying to make up excuses now because you don't want to wear a mask. Yeah, you're going to get fined. So fines and even closures for businesses that are contravening an order. That includes running a business when told to close temporarily. Not coronavirus screening staff. No masks on. Breaking capacity rules. No safety rules for staff posted, and not checking if staff are following coronavirus rules. Hamilton has been known for naming and shaming businesses that are breaking these rules. So, yeah. Number 3. Fines for gatherings exceeding more than 5 people who are not from the same household. This is until Saturday. It's the last day for Southern Ontario. Grey zone lockdown rules. No gatherings for people in Southern Ontario due to grey zone lockdown rules until January 23rd. But after that, starting Sunday, the no more than 5 people rule still applies. So the fines and effect for the grey zone lockdown rules is no social gatherings with anyone outside your household, no social gatherings over 10. So of course there are going to be limitations and some closures and rest, and no large gatherings. Host pays $1,000, and every person who showed up pays $750 each. Possible fine of $100,000 in penalties, and then 1 year in jail. And if corporations break the no large gatherings rule, they will have to pay $10 million. The grey zone lockdown ends Saturday. Saturday is the last day. Mark your calendars, or if you haven't already. Takeout, drive-thru, and delivery service at restaurants, bars, and cafes will be available. Use the DoorDash.ca if the restaurant's website isn't working. For delivery, use the app or call the restaurant yourself if you know their number. Hospitalizations. Okay, sort of lower. 1,598 people are hospitalized with coronavirus, and less people taking over hospital beds now. I guess. Minus 28, okay. 395 patients in ICU. Minus 5. And 2. Okay. That's sort of okay. 296 ICU patients who are using a ventilator. Plus 4. Okay, that's not an improvement. Long-term care homes. Unfortunately, it has increased to 3,239 deaths in long-term care homes. 60 plus. Higher than last time. Oh. And 251 outbreaks are going on right now. So please follow coronavirus rules, safety rules. Use social media to contact others. I guess they've sort of loosened up. Only go on essential travel. Stay out of areas where coronavirus cases can be high. And please follow stay-at-home regulations. Several people have still been caught and charged for breaking these rules. I know you may not like it, but if we all committed to, following these rules, cases will go down gradually below 1,000, and we'll get rid of coronavirus for by mid 2021. If we do. So please commit. So I will commit it by following these rules. Why don't you?